Golden Knights having great success so far this year. Does that put any pressure on you guys to succeed?
Who are the Golden Knights? No, only pressure is that the sniping of people saying you got to do as good as them.
It's just good. Vegas is treating us well, and I think the record doesn't show how hard that we work, and it's tough in that way, but it's good for us in the inner circle to understand what we have going on in Vegas, and if we just continue to trust and believe in each other, the sky's the limit for this team, and I'm blessed to be a part of it.
Our expectations maybe at the start of the season were a little unrealistic.
Man, we're not even worried about the playoffs right now. What we do is we take it week by week. We gotta worry about next week. You start looking ahead and you start looking over people, you might not even make it. So
that being said, to me, Urban Meyer is one of the lowest pieces of garbage there is on this earth.
What's going on, everybody? We are back at it. Jose Volonte coming to you live from Las Vegas, Nevada. You guys are tuned into another episode of Straight Bet Sports. Greatly appreciate you giving us a few moments of your time today on this early Wednesday morning here. Normally I do the late night show, but we're going to be switching it up here every single week. Might have some early ones. We might have some late ones. We might have some unannounced shows, but you know what? We're going to keep it going. We're going to keep grinding this year. We greatly appreciate each and every one of you. Remember, do me that favor, press that like, drop that comment, press that share. We'll go from there. Let everyone know what it is that you are tuned into today. Today, we got a great show on tap, man. We got a returning guest, a good friend of mine. He's been on the show numerous times. He's even hopped on the radio with me when I've co-hosted on other stations and other shows there. Good friend of the show, head coach of the Vegas Nighthawks and the reigning IFL national champions, the Vegas Nighthawks. Mike Davis will be joining us here in a few moments. But look, man, again, drop that comment, drop that share, subscribe to the YouTube channel. That's the biggest thing we're trying to do this year. We're going to push this channel as far as we can right now. We are live on Twitter. We are live on Facebook. And we are live on YouTube. Straight Bet Sports. Look it up there. You can find it. If not, like you see right over here at Jose_Volonte, go ahead and follow those handles. I would greatly appreciate it if you do so. But look, man, without further ado, let's go ahead and bring in my guy. I know he's busy. He's got a lot of meetings, a few weeks around the corner before we get the week started, but he decided to give us a few moments of his time here. Joining us today, my good friend, Mike Davis. What's going on, my guy? How you doing today?
Good, buddy. Happy New Year.
Hey, New Year was great. How was yours?
It was good, man. It's just low key. You know, when you got a little one running around, it's East Coast New Year and then kick your feet up.
Yeah, it's funny you say that. I was talking to some people about that the other day. Like, as you get older, it's not about going out that much anymore. It's about more family time and doing things. And that 9 p.m. New Year here in Vegas seems really, really nice now, especially if you can watch the East Coast ball drop, you know, on TV. So that's cool, man. But I'm going to say it. I know I said it before we hopped on. I love the new Adidas gear, man. All right. I'm glad that you guys got a little bit of a sponsorship there. That red looks good because I normally just see you in the black and gold, but that red looks good. How's that partnership going so far with you with Adidas so far these last couple of years?
It's been good. Growing, getting an official with Adidas, and you know, I mean, this off season's been crazy. You know, we signed a deal with FanDuel Sports and Yahoo Sports, and so they're going to be televising all of our games. across league wide, and for us, I think we're on 14 of our games are actually televised, so it'll be good.
How has that been for you since winning the championship? Obviously, first time winning the chip, something that you had on your back that you have been trying to get that monkey off your back, and you finally got it with that victory this past season. But you also said it, with a championship comes a lot of change, right? You had a lot of roster movement, a lot of guys left for different pastures, different contracts. But then you also got the TV deal, so a lot more eyes are going to be on this team this season. Talk a little bit about the roster more than anything first here. I know you had a lot of tryouts already, not just here in Vegas, but you went out of state and did a couple. Did you find any guys there that you're going to be bringing in? And then some of the guys that you did lose this season?
Yeah, so we only have we were fortunate enough, obviously, after winning the championship, we had 7 guys signed CFL contracts to go to the Canadian Football League, and that's what this is for. Obviously you want to win games and win a championship, but obviously help guys use the platform and get them out of here. And so we were very fortunate to do that. So returning, we only have, I think, 6 guys coming back. Now those 6 guys were very instrumental in what we're doing. We got Jaden Delore, the quarterback, coming back. Quentin Randolph, probably the league's best receiver. Moses Mallory was a staple with our O line. We had one of our reserve guys, Phoenix Sproles, one of the receivers we want to bring back, and then on defensively, we had probably our best pass rusher, Lorenzo Hernandez, is coming back, and then Trey Jones, who was a late addition for us. So for us, we kind of added some pieces around that, and I'm excited to see where guys show up and what it looks like when it comes time February 25th.
So I was at one of the tryouts that you did here in Vegas, and it is pretty cool to see some of these CFL guys like you talk about. So what type of message do you give to some of your players? Because I noticed that when you were on the field with some of the guys that were trying out, you made everybody notice you're not just here for me. There might be other people that like your talent. It may not fit for our organizations, but you might get picked up. How do you drill that into some of these guys, letting them know, hey, there's a lot more opportunity here than just the IFL?
Well, first it comes with I've got some really good friends that are coaches in this league, and like our tryout here in Vegas, I had the San Antonio Gunslingers and the Northern Arizona Wranglers were here, just because I can provide more talent than they can get in those 2 cities. So out of our workout here in Vegas, I think 7 guys got signed, not just
Okay.
from us, but from other teams. We just did a workout with 6 other teams and 3 CFL or 2 CFL teams in Detroit this past weekend, and there's 12 guys getting signed from that workout. You could have probably signed up to 20 guys, but obviously with a couple of those guys will go on the short list and things like that. So it's a platform, right? Like there's so many players in this world coming out, whether you're fresh out of college, whether you've been out, whether you had a different path. There's a spot for you somewhere, right? You gotta take advantage of the opportunity, right? And if you take advantage of the opportunity the right way, good things happen. And we preach character first and good football second. And if you kind of check those boxes, it's easy to help somebody.
Mike, you talk about taking advantage of the opportunity, right? Basically, the task at hand, what's in front of you. You got to the championship a few times. This year, you finally got that victory. How did it feel to get that national championship and finally just get it over with?
I'm not a me guy. It's funny. It was more about the guys who've been pursuing it forever too. And, if you see, I'm always in the kind of in the background. I don't need to be in the forefront of anything.
Yeah.
It's about us, not about me. And I can't do it without my assistant coaches, and I can't do it without these great players. And together we can do it together. So that was kind of the message. And once you kind of get that feeling, and every championship team that's won a championship goes through it, eventually something clicks and you just know, okay, we got something special. We knew we had something special at the beginning of the season, but we had a race car. We weren't clicking on all cylinders, right? So we had to replace a few spark plugs, so to say, and you fine tune the car. But once halfway through the season started rolling, we kind of knew we were destined for something special. Just could we get the ball to bounce our way?
So you also had huge change during the season. You go from your league MVP quarterback, right, to now Jaden Deloria, which ended up having a great season. Obviously, ended up being your MVP in the national championship. Talk a little bit about his play and his mentality, basically to stay ready and come in and do the job that he did last year.
Well, we preach this to everybody, right? Like everybody, it's an open competition, right? So Jaden knew we had Jerome coming back. He embraced the challenge, and Jaden was doing the things the right way. Jerome wasn't, and we kind of, it was what's best for the group, what's best for the team, and Coach Shan did a great job of playing the two quarterback system for a while, and then eventually it was like, okay, it's time to see what we really got here, and in the championship game, we went in with a plan, and we kind of altered the plan, and Jaden had the hot hand, and we just kept it rolling.
You talked about your staff as well, not making it about you, right? That you're not a me guy, that you want your staff. Your offensive coordinator, I believe, just got re-signed to a contract extension. You just got re-signed last year, so you're going to be here for a while. Talk a little bit about your offensive coordinator and how much he's meant for you, having him there with you.
I mean, he's the best mind in the league. It ain't even close. Like I will take him and put him up against anybody any day of the week. The guy who's I've played with, I've coached him. I trust him wholeheartedly, and I know that he's he's built for it. I mean, he's been a head coach. He didn't like the situation he was in. We're fortunate enough to have him here, and people knock on his door yearly. It's right now this is a good fit for him. I think eventually he will try to be a head coach again, and when that does, we'll have to make some changes. But right now, we got him for a couple more years, and we'll go from there.
You said it best in the business, man. Mike Davis of the Vegas Nighthawks, reigning national champions of the IFL, joining me here on Straight Bet Sports. Another thing, too, Mike, I want to talk about the national championship game. I haven't had a chance to actually sit down and talk to you about the ending of that game. What's going through your mind knowing, damn, I've been here before. I haven't gotten it done. Our teams haven't finished it out. What's going through your mind? And then when the game is over and you guys get that goal line stands, I mean, what's just going through that head, man?
Well, when we called a timeout, we kind of figured out, okay, who's our biggest player that can get pushed, and that's Moses Mallory, and he had played nose guard before in his career, and I was like, hey, I just need you to trigger and just stop the initial surge, knowing that what they were going to do. I mean, now let's be honest. If they'd have done anything besides the quarterback sneak or the tush push, we would have gotten scored on. But how it was set up, they had done that, and they hadn't been stopped all year. We were able to get a little bit of a surge defensively, and for us, it was about grabbing a quarterback's arms that had the ball, so he couldn't stretch the ball over, and we were able to do that. And those guys played their butts off and pushed, and they wanted it more, and it was a good feeling to watch them celebrate. On the kind of surreal on the field. Some of those guys have been chasing it for a long time as well, and just watching the happiness and them embrace each other, it was something special.
The fact that it was a lot of close games and crazy endings, man, to win the championship, I think just gives it a whole different feeling overall. Another thing I wanted to talk to you about, and I've asked you this in the past, and I'm definitely going to ask you this now because we're in that time of the season, right? What type of eyes do you have right now currently on the college game? Because I know there's a lot of guys that don't end up going pro, probably don't hit the CFL right away, but are still talented, right? Maybe smaller programs. Have you been watching some of these bowl games, possibly maybe looking at some guys, scouting some guys? And if so, how do you go about trying to reach out to some of these players to see, hey, is this something you'd be willing to try out for now?
Yeah, I mean, most guys that are finishing up right now are going to go through the pro day circuit. Obviously, I'm very fortunate to be very connected. I have a great personnel guy that helps me, in Evan Wilsmore, who actually is a young guy who I kind of took under my wing 2 years ago, and that's what his passion is. He loves the personnel side of the game. He was in the media side, and so he helps. I'm like, hey, can you dig this guy out for me? And he can go. He's got a special knack, and he can go find it. And but most guys right now, to answer your question, yeah, I mean, my wife hates it. I watch every ball game, right? The football is always on in the house, and so for us, just identifying guys and watching the D2 national championships and the playoffs, and write this guy down, take this guy, take this guy, take this guy, and kind of watch them through their pro day stuff, knowing my connections with the CFL and some NFL scouts to, hey, are you going to this pro day? Yep. Hey, get your eyes on this guy. I mean, obviously they're looking for similar guys that we are. And then just kind of play it out. Are they a late addition or are they a next year guy?
So you said it earlier, the season starts in about 6 weeks, right? You guys get rolling here
Mhm.
very, very quick. How happy are you with the current state of your roster moving into this season?
Happy. I wouldn't. I love where we're at on paper. Obviously, we don't win paper championships, but um, we filled the holes we needed to fill. We got better in places we thought. Even when we won the championship, we thought we needed to get better at a few spots, and I think we did, and kind of go from there.
What do you think will be your biggest challenge though this season, knowing not only that you're the national champion, there's a bullseye on your back. Aside from that, what do you see being your biggest challenge?
Being in Vegas, we've always had the bullseye. We've always gotten everybody's best game. Um, just managing expectations, right? It's a new group. Like we don't have 15 guys coming back like some teams, right? So for us is how fast can we get them here and get them to gel and get them to have one heartbeat and move this thing in the right direction and move the meter.
And last question, how has the Foley family organization been? Obviously, we know what they do with the Golden Knights. How have they been with you guys since winning this national championship?
Great, man. I mean, it's a championship organization from top to bottom. You can't ask for anything better, and it's the best ownership group in the business. And I'm very, very, very blessed that they chose us and chose me. And stability is hard to find in the sports world, and that's one thing that you feel comfortable with. And you do your part, and they'll take care of theirs.
Mike Davis of the IFL reigning national champions, Vegas Nighthawks, joining me here. Mike, before I let you go, my man, only thing I want to ask you is what message do you have to all the fans that didn't know much about you guys before? Now that you're the champions, what message do you give to the people that still haven't been out there to check you guys out and to the people that have been supporting you from day one?
I mean, obviously, we can't do it without the fans. I say it all the time, right? If you've been to games, we love the support. Continue the support, right? If you haven't been to a game, what are you waiting on, right? Um, you're missing one of the best shows in Vegas
Best show in Vegas for sure. Best show on turf right now, at least, right? That's for sure because you guys
for
got that
sure.
going. Let everyone know where they can find tickets and where they can find all things Vegas Nighthawks, Mike.
You can go to anything nighthawksfootball.com. That's our website. Anything, tickets, any upcoming events, stuff like that. Platforms, Nighthawks football, IFL, Nighthawk, Vegas Nighthawks IFL, things like anything social, and kind of follow us from there.
Mike, greatly appreciate you, my man. I told you it was gonna be quick and easy today. Just a quick little sit down. Wanted to talk it with you because I know you're a
Anytime.
busy man. Keep it going, keep it grinding. I'll see you out there, my man, and we'll definitely talk soon. Best of luck this season and get that back-to-back championship.
Appreciate you, bro.
All right, brother. Later. There it is, my man. Mike Davis of the Vegas Nighthawks was joining us there. Great stuff. If you guys haven't already followed, remember Vegas Nighthawks on all things social media, indoor football league on the internet. You can go ahead and find them on all the stuff there. Buy the tickets, buy the support. Go and check them out. I wanted to show Mike this. I didn't give him a chance, but look, this is from the inaugural season. I'm telling you, I've been rocking with this team since day one. Here's the original roster that Mike had when he started day one, week one. But look, wait a minute. Hold up, put it back up, Mike.
I,
You're still
I,
there. Put it back up.
I got one for you.
Hey, you know me in the hats. I appreciate you. I'll be grabbing that from you soon. But look, man, Jose V with Straight Bet Sports. Remember, subscribe to Jose V. Subscribe to Straight Bet Sports on YouTube. Check out everything with Mike Davis and the Vegas Nighthawks. But look, man, I greatly appreciate you guys joining in today, tapping in with us, giving us a few moments of your time. I told you guys tonight was going to be a little bit small, a little bit quick, a little bit sooner. When I do the interviews, we're going to do small podcasts. But look, I got Ernesto Starboy Rodriguez, future MMA star, is the current welterweight champion of Tough Enough. He's moving on to the PFL, signed a new contract, trying to see if he gets up there to the UFC, but we're going to be having him on either later on this week, if not next week. But thanks again for everyone, for our sponsor, Eric Navarro of Cutting Them Up by Eric. Hit him up, line him up by Eric. He'll take care of you. Let him know Jose V sent you. Till then, Jose V with Straight Bet Sports. Thank you to our guest, Mike Davis and the Vegas Nighthawks. Till then, we are out. Peace.